Dr. Max Price. Mathematics provides a tool for modeling genetic phenomena, analyzing the patterns of inheritance, and probability outcome through geometry and statistics. Now, Arctic will tell the conclusion and say which is better.
By understanding genetics, scientists can now explore how genetic traits are passed down, how genetic variations occur, and how this knowledge is used in various fields such as medicine, agriculture, and forestry.
We welcome you to the next world.
Be very short, one point.
As our class topic is genetic and mathematical models, first let us understand what exactly means DNA. So, Stefan, what exactly means DNA?
Deoxyribonucleic acid, commonly referred to as DNA, is the fundamental building block of life. It was discovered in 1953 by James Clerk and Francis Crick.
Yes.
Neuroanatomy is the study of relationship between the structures and functions in the nervous system. Bhagat, does neuroanatomy involve maths?
Yes, the brain neuroanatomy is involved in macroscopic in number of ways, including fractal geometry, graph theory, topology, and neural network analysis. Rukesh, does neuroanatomy include in the study of macroscopic and microscopic structures?
Yes, Bhagat, neuroanatomy includes the study of macroscopic and microscopic structures. Macroscopic structures are the largest structures such as proteins of the brain.
Yes. One point.
Science, can you tell cellular is still related to science?
Yes, cellular vegetal likely refers to plant cells have a unique features.
Can you tell what and all features it has?
Yes, cell wall, chloroplast, vacuoles, plasmodesmata. The components all together to support plant cells have a...
Gigantism is also known as gigantism. It's a rare medical condition characterized by excessive growth and height, potential for various health complications.
Modern secrets of rapid growth rate. Excessive growth and hormones.
Yes.
Can you explain me tuberculosis in
Yes,
science?
tuberculosis is a bacterial infection that affects our lungs and other parts of our body.
What is causes and types of tuberculosis, China?
Tuberculosis caused by the bacterium called mycobacterium spread through air. Infected person cough or sneeze.
Yes.
Did you know about presbyopia?
Genetic presbyopia is a genetic disorder which affects our eyes.
Yes, absolutely right. Genetic presbyopia refers to the age decline in near vision due to genetic factors. Presbyopia is a common condition that typically starts in the early to mid-40s, where the lens loses its flexibility and ability to focus on close objects.
Can you tell me how science is related to cellular, vegetal, and animal?
Yes, well, animals are different parts of the human cells, such as nucleus, cytoplasm, lysosomes, etc. Sir, which how cellular and animals are related to Max?
If we approach the concept of cellular and animal through mathematical and analytical lens, we can use mathematical modeling. After getting more information of cell signals, you came to the entertainment news called Galaxies. Here you can roll the dice and give the number and you make the coin to move and you want to got in jump you will get candy and you will get Hello sir, our topic is mitosis. Okay sir, can what is the science behind mitosis?
A cell duplicates its content into two identical daughters, then it is known as mitosis. So, Arush, can Max play a role in mitosis?
Yes, mitosis. Mitosis uses several max terms like exponential growth.
Yes.
I'm going to explain about hemodialysis. Hemodialysis is a treatment that filters waste and excess fluid from your blood when your kidney doesn't work properly.
Good.
Virus are small piece of genetic information, DNA or RNA, inside a protective shell catch it. Some viruses also have an envelope. Viruses can reproduce it at a worst. Let's spell the virus to max.
Epidemiological modeling. This modeling is to estimate the number of people who will be infected over time.
Thank you.
Good.
Today, me along with a combination of my friends are going to be explaining what fungal function in plants and animals.
One of the most important fungal infection is aspergillus. When the aspergillus comes to the plants, the pores of the plants get blocked due to its excess of gas to become difficult. Yes, you are right. There is a fungal infection, which is histoplasma, a fungus which spreads in animals and humans.
Thank you.
Yes.
We are going to talk about the dominant and recessive traits. So, in dominant trait, a person has one copy of a dominant allele, whereas in recessive trait, a person has two copies of a recessive allele.
The sum rule of probability can be used to carry the protein outcome that requires two or methodics to occur.
Welcome to game. I going to tell about you. You want to take the card and you want to see the picture. After you want to do in 30 minutes. So you want to do in 30 minutes.
Okay, good.
Thank you.
Our topic is systematic digestive.
Referred by second, explain me the systematic digestive behind science.
Yes, the systematic digestive is complex network of organs and tissues that work together to break down the food, absorb nutrients and eliminating the rest from our body. It plays a crucial role in maintaining our body's health and energy balance. Sir, can I explain how does the math is important in systematic digestive?
Yes, the mathematical concepts of systematic digestive are surface area and volume rate. The formula A is equals to 2 pi RH plus 2 pi R square.
Thank you.
Today we will tell about
What are the virus?
before Aurelia virus was eradicated, it was a serious infection case placement of. Does the Aurelia virus take place on Max?
That's when the Aurelia virus is large and brick shape and is approximately 302 to 350 nanometer by 244 to 270 millimeters.
I will explain you what is stem cell. Stem cell are cells with the potential to develop into many different types of cells in our body. Now I think we'll explain Max in stem cell therapy.
Mathematical models are used to understand stem cell and stem cell therapy because of its complex behavior. Some models used to understand stem cells and stem cell therapy are statistic models and mechanistic models.
In this experiment, we are going to observe the pre-plant experiment done by Gregor Mendel. Gregor Mendel has observed some characteristics of pre-plants, each with two forms for this experiment. Some of them are plant height, tall or short, seed shape, smooth or wrinkled, flower color, yellow or white, seed color, green or yellow. Right, can you tell the experiments in science? Yes, in this experiment, Gregor Mendel took two peepers of opposite type, one color and one shape. Then he crossed them. He found the first generation of offspring and called F1 progeny. Then he crossed F1 progeny and obtained both tall and short in the ratio of 3:1.
Good, well done. Nice idea.
Thyroid cancer. This is rare and occurs in malignant cells which grow thyroid gland which produce important hormones. Skin cancer. The most common bulbar cancer is called skin cancer. Leukemia, often called breast cancer. It starts in the bone marrow, creating abnormal white blood cells. It starts in the bone marrow.
Alright, basis of cancer research actually uses a lot, especially when it comes to analyzing how cancer cells behave and spread. Yes,
Hey Abdullah, can you explain about waterborne disease? Yeah, waterborne diseases are illness caused by microscopic organisms like virus and bacteria. Can you see some points? Yes. Fluid flow regulation, V for fluid volume, K for regulation rate, PO for equilibrium volume, dV by dt equal to minus K, P minus PO.
Yes.
Thank you. Welcome, sir.
We invite you to the Gadgets Emporium.
Yes, sir. Here you can see all the types of gadgets and with the max and science concept behind it.
Welcome, sir. Now, host explain. It's a honor to meet you, sir. And today, I will be the host to guide you for this wonderful Gadget Emporium Expo done by a group of 40 award winners. The main target of this expo is about the related gadgets that you can use. It also contains some max and science. And guys, let us go to the center for the modular kitchen.
It's a honor to meet you, sir.
Welcome to Modular Kitchen.
Modular kitchen is a type of prefabricated modern design concept of organization, efficiency and aesthetic. Modular kitchen consists of chimney, gas stove, shelf, etc. and etc.
According to the Modular Kitchen, among many points, I feel the Modular Kitchen is the best. This is our life is left with number additional kitchens.
Max Bendy chimney. Boundary equation is the best equation to understand the flow of fluids in chimney. When the chimney is activated at the temperature, chimney is
Chimney work on a basic science concept that hot air rises above the cold air. Hot air from the cooking creates a condition where the hot air from the chimney.
I think it's sending out. I thought so. Yes. Next. Anybody
It's one of the smart TV, sir.
from here.
This is a smart TV. A smart TV is the onboard connectivity between smartphones and personal computers. We can now move on to the maths. The pixel resolution. This refers to the pixels in an image. We can easily find this by L into the area. Would you like to try a smart TV?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, first button.
Go. Yes.
Yes, sir. Now let us gently get into projector.
Welcome sir and welcome to our projector world. Projector is an outlook device that presents images onto a projection screen and can be connected to a computer.
Projector is an optional device that creates an image by shining a light through a small transparent lens. Thank you.
Would you like to see the projector?
Yes.
You have to see, sir. You have to hide both. Hamza, switch on.
Super. Great. Well done.
Yes, sir. I hope you guessed it right. Yes, it's a LED light. This is our LED light. LED stands for light emitting diode. And LED consists of two layers of semiconductor. One called P type diode, another called N type diode. LED is not emitting and follows the law of nature. Therefore, it is important to keep in mind that one cannot connect the NS water 24 source. Induction sub uses an electromagnetic induction to directly lead pots and pans. 1.732 415 volts into 13.3 amps into P of equals 0.85,000. This gives 4.24. Yes, let us know about camera, sir.
Yes. That's what. The induction stove.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now let us know about camera. This is a camera. This camera is also known as image sensor. In that, the silicon is also known as image sensor. Usually, CCD or Scimathx is replaced in film.
Lane to zero top multiplying by dividing rate 100 to K top. Digital camera was invented by Bruce.
Thank you.
where I am going to explain science involved.
I'm going to explain max in it.
An IR sensor car works by using infrared radiation which detect objects and navigate.
The max involved in IR sensor handling car can include linear equation for output, torque value, control parameter, tracking errors, etc.
Thank you.
Tracking.
Welcome, sir. This is our mixer grinder. Mixer grinder is a day-to-day appliance that is in our day-to-day life. Mixing grinder uses a motor which converts the electrical energy into mechanical energy. Thank you.
The standard mathematical equation of a mixer is the product of input signal. So if one input is V1 sin W under T and V2 sin W under T.
Hello, sir.
Hello, sir. Today we are going to discuss an interesting topic that is electric bell.
Good. Super. Right, okay.
Hello, sir. Today we are going to discuss an interesting topic that is electric bell. Before knowing the principles of electric bell, you should know what is electromagnet. Electromagnet. It's a type of magnet in which the magnetic field produces with the help of an electric current. The equation for electromagnet.
Next one.
Welcome. This is our.
The arm strikes the gong is connected to the spring at the one end and an iron ball at the another end. The both are connected to an iron strike. When the current flow, the electromagnet attracted the iron strike and the bell rang. Thank you.
Welcome.
Good, sir. It looks like the old one.
Welcome. This is our water motor. Let's see science behind the water motor. Water motor mainly depends upon the positive displacement and kinetic energy to boost the water.
This motor uses AC power and DC power for energizing the pump. The water motor is a portable device which can be applied in several household applications.
A good quality of water motor is
Enough. 1 point.
Smart logo technology automatic transition logging, generally segment time. Users can open the smart logo by the staff card or far by using browser on their mobile device.
Super. Make it
Now let's end with Max.
When it reaches the limit, it will beep automatic.
Oh, automatic. It's there in. Super.
The solution of the equation 14 and 15, which are the infinite dimensions, the chain that represented a full molecular wide distribution. MWD. Thank you.
This is our iron An electrical based upon the principle of heating effects of current. The formula for the 12 H equal to 12 RT.
Iron is use of heat to iron wrinkles per Celsius. Then the heat is commonly done at temperature 180.
Let us move on to speaker, sir, which produces sound output. Welcome, sir. A speaker is a combination of one or more speaker level and enclosure and electrical connection. That converts the speaker is little match, but it must have error distance for better learner.
Yes.
Fire alarm bell parade in a fire occurs so that you can quickly respond to the appropriate action. Sir, this is one much better fire alarm.
It is done on DIY calculations. Most, if total, fire alarm control unit manufacturers provide. Battery calculations form and equipment instructions.
Mathematics, yes. Right. Aye, well done. Super. Well done. Put it up. Stop.
Welcome, sir. This is
eBay. eBay is rechargeable batteries, natural electric balance of form of current. Batteries manufactured in lithium ion polymer ion.
So what is the fundamental? It's determined by the voltage and temperature of the battery.
Super. Yes, here. The electric fan. Yes, Deepak Electricals.
Welcome, sir. We are going to explain about working model of electric fan. The principle of electric fan conserve into the mechanical energy, the electrical energy, mechanical energy. The mechanical energy is conservation into the mechanical energy. The fan work on the electrical energy.
If the blades rotate 1/3, 2/3 or one complete rotation upon 1/30 second, the fan appears stationary. On a per second basis, third phenomenon observed. Thank you.
Water heater. Yes, heating water for domestic or industrial purpose is the most widespread application of active solar energy system.
Hence, the electric heating of an electric current. I thought the resistance conductor R of the conductor. This is H is equal to R to the power of 2. This equation is called Joule's equation of electric heating. Thank you.
Super. Well done, children.
I know only 5 minutes.
Somebody else.
Today we are representing the center model of ninth diagnostic, which is the evolution of Earth.
Science provides the empirical foundation to understand the evolution of Earth. Geologically and astronomically helps us to understand how the Earth was developed.
Mathematics is also crucial in modeling the evolution of Earth from the Big Bang to its current state.
The Big Bang Earth was a hot ball, but after the formation of
Good morning, sir. This is Optical.
Optical is a non-Newtonian fluid which does not follow Newton's law of viscosity. It has properties of both a solid and a liquid depending on how much pressure is applied.
By applying force, it will be liquid. By the way, by applying little amount of force, it will be liquid.
Super. Oh, very interesting. Great. Looks like both solid and great. It's called oblique.
Good morning, sir. This is layers of Earth atmosphere.
Science provides a foundational understanding of physical and chemical phases of properties.
Mathematical equations are used to describe atmospheric pressure, temperature, gradients, and gas behavior, helping scientists understand how variables change with altitude. A warm welcome, sir. These are greenhouse gases and weather changes.
Mathematics is also essential to understand the physics of law. Mathematical equations create the heat transfer and it has to
CO2 into a fuel. We can use various mathematical equations and algorithms to stimulate the chemical process involved behind carbon capture and utilization.
Yes. The fuel we receive is methane, which is a private source of fuel, and if further refined, it can be used as a rocket fuel.
Sir, this is our project Climate Change Impact on Ecosystem.
Science and ecosystem. Studies examine how changing temperature and precipitation pattern affect plant growth and species distribution, and pollination and water purification.
Field investigation access to climatic stresses, including altered growing weather events and climatic changes, etc.
Mathematics is essential for modeling and analyzing ecosystems. Scientists use mathematics for population dynamics and for habitat conditions.
Yes.
Our water pollution.
Math plays an important role in data analyzing commonly as known as water pollution.
Wait.
Science. Chemistry helps in chemical pollutants such as nitrate, phosphate, and heavy metals. Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Good morning, sir. Barometer. Science underpins the method used to measure and analyze atmospheric pressure to barometer.
Where you want to
Raising voice and be confident. Yeah, good part.
Good morning, sir. Our topic is
Earthquake. Science researchers investigate the tectonic movement of Earth's place and analyzing fault lines and stress accumulation that lead to seismic activity.
So basically, this seismic activity is recorded in a device called a seismograph. A seismograph actually records the
measures.
records the measure of the scale of an earthquake.
Mathematics is essential for understanding and analyzing the earthquake. Seismologists use mathematical models to predict how the seismic wave propagations will travel to different geographies.
Good morning, sir.
Hydroelectricity.
It is a renewable resource and some process of conversion mechanical energy to electrical energy.
There are some ways of taking electricity from water. There are three types: the dams, the way of rivers, the pump storage.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, sir.
It's all about the environmental impact on cell phone towers.
Environmental studies utilize scientific methods to observe and measure the change in local ecosystems such as the alteration and
Mathematics plays a pivotal role in assessing the environmental impact on cell phone towers through various modeling and statistical analysis.
Solar radiation and
Conservation of energy. By the name conservation of energy, we all come to know that we can conserve energy by solar panels.
mathematics are essential in understanding solar radiation and its conversion of energy into usable energy forms such as electricity or heat.
Hydrology. No, can you explain it?
Yeah, science provides the foundation for the physical studies by exploring the physical, chemical, and biological aspects of water.
Additionally, the scientific methods are applied to access groundwater contamination.
Good.
Mathematical equation is used to record processes such as precipitation, evaporation, condensation.
Good morning, sir. This is seismograph.
Science in seismograph. Science provides the foundation knowledge for understanding the principle behind the seismograph and the role in earthquake research.
Mathematics is fundamental to the operation and analysis of seismograph.
Extreme events on water.
Science in tsunami. Scientific research that underpins the theory of tsunami focus on the physical process that generate and propagate disease.
Mathematics in tsunami. Mathematics is an integral model and predicting tsunamis by utilizing the complex equations.
Even for tsunami.
Good afternoon, sir. Carbon equation of phytoplankton. Scientific research provides instead of biological processes that enable phytoplankton to sequester carbon.
Phytoplankton through photosynthesis converts CO2 into organic matter.
Mathematical models quantify the rates of photosynthesis, respiration, and nutrient cycling, helping the estimate of.
Good morning, sir. Our topic is
Climate
climatic
change.
change. Science provides the empirical foundation for understanding the climatic change. The climate change is occurred by the following phenomena such as greenhouse effect, ocean acidification, and multiple steps.
Climate models use complex mathematical equations to analyze seasonal climate data.
Good afternoon, sir. Our topic is paleoclimatology. Paleoclimatology is study of past climate. Scientists look at things like ice cores, tree rings, and sedimental layers to see how the climate has changed over thousands and millions of years. Mathematics also plays a crucial role in paleoclimatology in various ways. Techniques like regression analysis, time series analysis, sense of entrance, cyclones, analysis.
Good afternoon, sir.
Our product is
Carbon purification.
Science in carbon purification.
Carbon purification often aids at reducing the CO2 emissions. Max in carbon purification.
Mathematical models describe the rate of chemical reaction involved in carbon capture. For example, how quickly a solid absorbs CO2 under various conditions.
Good morning, sir. Here's our experiment on acidification of ocean.
And its impacts on corals.
Mathematical models are used to describe the chemical reactions occurs when CO2 dissolved in salt water, forming carbonic acid, which leads to increase in pH level.
Scientific research provides a comprehensive understanding of acidification of ocean and its impacts on corals. Good morning, sir. Our project El Nino and La Nina effect. Scientific research provides segregate into the physical process of driving El Nino and La Nina effect. Studies investigate the mechanism of ocean heat distribution, trade, and the influence on weather pattern worldwide. This is Indonesia, Pacific Ocean, the sun rests.
Well done, children. Very nice.
Good morning, sir. Yes, Isaac. Sir, can you introduce classical mechanics?
Classical mechanics is a branch of physics that studies how objects move and interact with force. It's also known as Newtonian mechanics. Now let us explore the Newton's law.
Make one point.
Good morning, sir. My topic is Newton's scale. Newton's scale is a device made up of matter, translation of conversion and momentum, conversion of energy in physics.
Next concept is the kinetic energy before and after constellation covered 1 by 2 mu power 2 is equal to 1 by 2 mv power 2. Thank you. Good morning, sir. This is a Ferris wheel. The mechanics of the Ferris wheel encompasses concepts of circular motion, forces acting on riders, energy transformation, and rotational dynamics, providing a fascinating example of physics in action.
The mathematics involved in the angle of a Ferris wheel encompasses several concepts of calculus, geometry, algebra, etc.
Good morning, sir. Today our project is rocket propulsion.
The principle of rocket propulsion works is based on Newton's third law. Motion, every action has equal and opposite reaction.
The total momentum of a system rocket by expended gas is conserved internally. The rocket is at rest. The thrust of the rocket can be calculated using the equation F is equals to mv plus a bracket p1 minus p2.
Good morning, sir. This is a model.
Very good, well made, very nice one. Get the fashions.
Good morning, sir. This is our model geostationary satellite. The geostationary satellites are specific type of satellites that remain fixed related to a point on the Earth's surface. Nishan, what is the next concept?
Yes, yes. The speed v can be calculated using v is equal to the square root of g f by
Mass, what's that to you?
Good morning, sir. Hi, Nishan. Hi, Idris.
You know Maxwell work?
Yes, the Maxwell wheel. Also known as the Maxwell wheel, demonstrates the principles of rotational motion and the conservation of mechanical energy. Elvis, do you know Max concept involved in Maxwell wheel?
Yes, the manual concept involved in Maxwell wheel is geometric calculus different equations determine the moment of initial.
Now let us learn Maxwell wheel from the PPT. Sir, can you change this?
Which one?
Yes. Inventor of Maxwell wheels, James Clerk Maxwell.
His photo, no, that one. Very nice one, yes.
Good morning, sir. Today our topic is lever and fulcrum. A lever is a ring for the reference on the fixed point called the fulcrum. It is one of the 6 lessons in simple machine used to applicants, making it easier to monitor. So, Mithil explain about the mathematical concept involved in lever and fulcrum.
The mathematical concept involved in lever and fulcrum is primarily revolves in concept of mechanics, geometry, and algebra.
That mathematics part.
Good morning, sir. Today we are going to say about gearbox. Gearbox is a mechanical device which uses transmit power, modify speed and torque in engineering. The gear ratio determines how the speed and torque are modified.
Comes to additional force of a distance from the axis of rotation. It's calculated as efficiency for the equation. Input or output into 100.
Thank you, sir.
Good morning, sir. Our topic is the fixer mirror involves the concept of circular motion, force, energy.
The mathematics involved in medical analyzing primarily encompasses concepts from algebra, geometry, and calculus. Particularly, relation to a circular path, angular velocity is calculated by W is equal to 2
Come on for merry-go-round. Okay, algebra.
Good morning, sir. Martin, do you know the steering wheel works?
Yes, the physics of steering wheel involve principle of mechanics, torque, and angular motion. When a driver turns the steering wheel, they apply a force at a distance from the center of the
Yeah,
wheel.
you say. Oh, maths.
The mathematics concept involves the operation of a steering wheel encompasses these concepts related to torque.
That's fine.
Physics behind all of us involves several key concepts such as energy transformation from potential energy to kinetic energy. How my partner will explain about the mathematics?
Algebra is used to calculate velocity, acceleration, and the position at any point on the track.
Great. Aye, nice. Nice. Good. Beauty is here, shining. Huh? Great. Very nice. Great. Great passion you have. Great.
Good morning, sir. An hydraulic crane the principle of physics and hydraulics to lift and move heavy loads. It works on the principle of classical law.
In a hydraulic case, what can be the input position is equal to the output position. Assuming the loss due to friction or deflection. For W is calculated as force times distance. W is equal to M.
Good morning, sir. A catapult was operated by converting potential energy into tension or compromising mechanism into kinetic energy as the projectile is launched. Now my partner Minabalan will explain the mathematical concept behind catapult.
Sign of the function, sign cos and is the result of the initial velocity into its other and vertical complex. Find answer. In rope, physics plays a crucial role ensuring its safe and smooth operation. The force involved are tension force, gravitation force, friction force. These are the math science concepts.
Good morning, sir. Operational velocity is governed by the several principles of physics, primarily involving force, mechanics, and time. Now my partner will explain the area of
The mathematics involved in analyzing and deciding a left encompasses several concepts from geometry, algebra, calculus, and
So
physics.
many concepts, yes, yes. Yeah.
Good morning, sir. Today we are going to explain how pulley working system.
Today you will learn what a pulley does and how it works. What is a pulley? Pulley involves the principles of mechanics, force, motion, and energy transfer. Pulleys are simple machines which make lifting objects easier by changing the direction of the force of light.
Mathematical concepts such as geometry and algebra provides a framework for analyzing pulley systems, allowing us to calculate work, forces, mechanical advantage, and impedance. Force effort equals to force load equals to mass into gravity. Thank you.
Super. Well made. Nice. Yes.
Good morning, sir.
The first section covers the proportional to motor stress and this determines the mass of air and parameters. The vacuum can move and how quickly it can do so.
The mathematical concept mean value in the operation and design of a vacuum cleaner encompasses several areas including fluid, dynamics, mechanics, geometry, and energy calculation.
The Expo is a rotating body that exhibits two fundamental properties. These two fundamental properties include interior and profile. So, do you know who is the founder of telescope? The answer is John Behanger. John Behanger.
Behanger. Behanger. It looks like Indian name. Yes, yes.
Fastest spinning gyros shows higher angular velocity, the greater its angular momentum, stronger it is gyroscope. The fastest spinning gyros shows higher angular velocity. You continue saying after connecting you should.
You say.
The fastest spinning gyros shows higher angular velocity.
Okay, very good, bye.
Angular momentum, stronger its resistance, try to change the external force. External force dictates by fastest spinning gyros to have most velocity.
Hydraulic robotic are create mechanism to this technology regulates the principle of fluid mechanics to perform
You say
robot
mass
powers
of it.
and fluids. Seven mathematical concept is the infinite
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir. The hydraulic brake works on the principle of Newton's third law. When you press the brake pedal, the force is applied to the brake during the master
You
cylinder.
say maths.
The mathematics involves hydraulic encompasses concepts like geometry, algebra, calculus, and physics.
Mostly the same.
Sir, how is it Expo done, sir?
Very nice. Very nice. Very good. Done. Very good. Bye. Now you will change the last one. Very nice. Great. Yeah. Always ever means your students are always shining in all areas. Great. Yes.
Good morning, sir. Welcome to the AI Smart World, where innovation meets intelligence. Let's step into the smart world and have fun.
Be very short, one point I will take.
Sir, as an intro, I just want to challenge you in the game of Expo played by AI. Just play.
This AI, yeah?
AI powered. AI powered. Just one click.
One tap.
Yes, sir.
The three series same it should come. You have to match your class. You have to block that also.
I'll give you one. Sir, if you wanna come, you can even come here.
No. Very nice work. Great brain. Yes, nice work.
As simple as the name implies, it plays a crucial role in reducing and minimizing cost by eradicating a human medium who is usually known as the waiter. The only possible investment which could be done by the firm is to hire and some service could be done by the person. In such case, it would be beneficial for us.
I will cook and yes. Great. So just please be very good.
In this area, you can instantly choose and place your orders. It is very convenient and easily accessible.
Great. Yes. Good morning, friend. That's all time trading area. You can train in like this.
Me and my team together have created a very good project on there. Let my friends inside tomorrow. The name and aura from each other. Originally it is simple. Aura is our vibe, energy, or personality that someone gives us. And add emphasis is used in marketing.
This area can quickly adapt as based on audience strength, audience feedback, prediction methods which struggle to achieve.
So process data, we have to only choose a process data. We can't choose raw material. So you have to go to that. Process data will look like this, like behind the scenes of an ad.
Super.
So now it will analyze and so in that analyze and give you the 3 steps of the ad. Input, analyze and output. Input means like I said, Chinese culture.
How it's analyzed. Great. Yes.
Good morning, sir.
Our project is Agricultural Editing. Our aim is to combine technology and creativity to create an interactive lighting system.
Our objective is to create an LED light that plays sound, music, reads, and etc.
A Python script controls the microcontroller which lights up the LEDs in a pre-programmed way corresponding to the lights found in.
According to the music, it is moving.
Can English one. This is an obstacle avoiding press. The concept of physics used with this model is about the principle of sound waves. Ultrasonic sensors work by emitting sound waves with frequency too high for human to hear. Then they wait for the sound to be reflected by calculating the distance based on the time required. The ultrasonic sensor detects obstacle and sending this information to ordinary microcontroller which controls the DC motor for avoiding collisions. The main application of this vehicle is used in mobile robot navigation, space exploration, and autonomous vehicles.
Great.
A project is Thermodynamics. It is a basic role which is made with C++ code and is used to detect the object different.
Components in this are Arduino motor driver, camera, temperature module, and the camera
Captures. Yes.
So working on this now is the brain of this component is the Arduino, which compiles the code C++ code and transmits the signals. So that we can see the
How it functions like. Great.
so we can see the footages and the temperature.
As soon as I came, I saw that. Great one. Yes. Sir? Are you saying anything?
No, it has a solar panel which charges the battery and it has
This one. Yeah, here it is. Over there.
and it has a temperature module which detects the temperature and tells the temperature of the
Great knowledge. Yes.
Good morning, sir. Our project is a human following robot. The human following robot can locate and follow. The human following robot. The human following robot can locate and follow. It has an ultrasonic sensor which detects the motion of the human body when it is in front of it and is
And this IR sensor, which will detect the human in front of it, and ultrasonic sensor will emit ultrasonic sound wave. The range of it is about 40 to 70 kHz. That makes use as
Country industries, the robot.
One industry say.
In country appliances, the robot will carry heavy materials in any kind of facility.
We are glad to introduce some models in our great Galati, which checks the soil moisture level. See sir, the soil is very dry and it shows 54% and this is wet. It is 70%. When we are not at home, we can save the plants by this app and use it.
Do that control even if we are not
Yes
at
sir,
home.
we can water also.
Great. You said
It has certain advantages. We can reduce the
Sir,
water.
we can water the
This is very good. Increase the yield of the plant.
Yes, very nice.
Good day, sir. We are going to start a project by introducing it. It's a voice similar named Gautam. It is a social interactive device which performs comprehensive learning, comprehensive understanding, and many instant feedback for the senior acknowledgement and many more.
Before deploying the device, programming the boards are critical. We don't have the correct rights or the API. Good morning, sir. Our project is a gesture control robot. This is the gesture. This side. This works on the gesture. Forward. This way, front.
It got
Back. So this is the newest initiative in the field of human-computer interaction. It represents the evolution towards more natural and user-intuitive user interfaces. Let us know about the advantages of this project.
The advantages of this project is to enhance the connectivity. Some challenges of the face is to endurance, stability, and relevance.
Thank you.
Great brain. Nice children. Yes.
Good morning, sir. Our project is line follower. A line following robot is an autonomous mobile machine that is used to follow a line drawn on the floor. The concept of light and kinematics in physics and integration in maths has been implemented in our project.
Many components are used in this line following robot. They are Arduino L298 motor driver, IR sensor, 2WD car kit, and many other components.
The robot uses a sensor to detect the line and send the data to the processor. The processor makes the correct decision and send it to the robot.
Returns. Yes. Great work. Yes.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir. Our project is small grid and which is made to enhance the visibility for the targeting and firing. The components we use to build our model is ultrasonic sensor, Arduino Uno, IR transmitter, battery, gun. The motive is to enhance the military capabilities for the targeting and firing. Let me explain the way it works.
That's what done is yes.
Let me
It all
explain.
puts together and makes it work. Great.
Math is which is used in this. Math is used for target detection, which uses statistics, algebra, and calculus.
Good morning, sir. Today we are going to show the RFID products. The RFID logs are created that uses radio frequency identification technology to communicate between the user and the log. The components used in building this project are RFID sensor, RFID module, Arduino Uno, relay module, etc. The command is generally given by the RFID tag or card. The command is processed here, the right command. It processes the right command and sends it to the Arduino Uno. The Arduino Uno sends the command to the relay module which controls the lock, by which the lock gets open and closed. Thank you, sir.
Good morning, sir. This is a multi-speciality car mainly based on text and voice control. It uses a C++ course to access to the process. It uses a gamepad which is efficient, but voice control is 3 to 5 seconds delay. To overcome this, we use the gamepad. Now we can control this. This is the forward button. Excuse me, sir. It's back button. This is stop button, sir. Now we can make it rotate. Stop.
Super. Working very well.
And we have text message where we can just text the message to control it.
Super.
There are components very used in the project. Motor driver. Motor driver function is to control the motor speed, direction, torque, and also to ensure its safe and efficient operation. Next, Bluetooth module. Bluetooth module is a device, a small electronic device which enables the communication. We have used a Bluetooth module. We have used Bluetooth module to connect to the device, and it has text message where you can decrease its speed. Speed 50. Now, yes, sir. 200 is the maximum speed, 50 is the basic speed. Now, if you just give the forward button, it moves with a lower speed. And just stop button.
Very great knowledge. Well done, children.
Before moving forward, let us head off
Sir, just a photo taking booth there.
No time.
I told them.
Selfie there. Inside. Selfie means you are seeing photo.
Yes, sir.
No need to write. You show expose knowledge. The science things that you explain.
Good morning, sir. Welcome to the fascinating one of evolution of transport. Here's your ticket. Here you go.
Oh, nice for the ticket. Give others too. One by one point I will take. Be very short.
Hello sir, here we have wheels, which is a pioneer to the evolution of transport. A wheel reduces friction by facilitating motion together with the use of axles, and this how science plays a vital role in it. Let's zoom into max stop.
Pythagoras theorem is being worked out in wheels. Sum of the square of the two shorter side of the right triangle is equal to the square of the larger side or hypotenuse.
Hello explorer, are you ready to board the bullock cart? Come in. The bullock cart is one of the most oldest transportation in the world, and people in ancient times mostly used bullock cart to transport from one place to another. Now let's dive into the science concept.
The bullock cart exerts the force to pull the cart. The amount of work done can be calculated as the product of force and distance covered by the bull. Now let's dive into the maths concept.
Good morning, sir. This is cycle. Newton's law of motion. The motion of the bicycle is governed by the Newton's first law of inertia, where a cyclist pedals the applied force resistance, which transfers energy to the chain to the wheel. The perimeter of the cycle can be calculated using the formula C is equal to 2 pi, where C is the circumference of wheel.
Yes.
Good morning, sir. This is pi. Centripetal force. This is to contact the outward centripetal force acting on pi. Fc is equal to mv 2 pi r, where m is the mass, speed, the velocity, and r is the radius.
Yes. One point. Yes.
Good morning, sir. This is the Ford Asian model. The model T is a low voltage to supply alternating current to the spark plug.
Engineer calculate variable like cylinder volume, compression ratio, air fuel, mix and form optional power by
Got it. Yes.
Namaste and welcome you, sir. Let's dive into the concepts of a car. Gear ratios. A car's transmission system uses gears to allow the torque and speed delivered to the wheels.
A lower gear provides more power for acceleration, while a higher gear allows the car to move faster with less engine
Fifth gear.
Most traditional buses use internal combustion engines. The speed of the bus as it travels, it can be defined by velocity, which can be calculated as v is equal to d by t, where v equals average velocity and t equals total displacement and t.
Yes.
Hello explorers, do you like to travel in the bus? Sir, do you want to travel in the planet and travel in the bus?
Always.
The center of gravity is higher. The center of gravity is higher, which increases the risk of tipping over, especially sharp turns.
Science. Any maths about this? No mathematics?
The fuel consumption is equal to distance by fuel efficiency.
Yes. Yes.
This is the container. Due to the environmental models containing lorries are usually updating alternative fuels such as LNG or power, which also requires changes in vehicle design and limit of the use and the long distance and it is the length of 57 and 4.8.
Let's hear science concept in electric train.
An electric engine or electric motor operates based on the principles of electromagnetism, converting electrical energy into mechanical energy.
Now max in electric train. The RPM is the rotation per minute. The circumference of the wheel is 1 meter and it moves in a 60 kilometers.
Hello sir, have you ever traveled in metro train? So now let's hear some science in metro train.
Electromagnetism is principally used in metro trains, often used in electromotor powered by electromagnetic when electrical converted into mechanical energy to drive the train.
Scooty.
Can you tell the max content?
Yeah, mathematical algorithms used to optimize metro trains, ensuring trains arrive at the station at regular intervals, minimizing the waiting.
Frequency.
Welcome sir, this is an upside down train. Science fact. An upside down train like the suspension railway uses magnetic suspension or specially designed track that supports the train from the above. Maths content. The mathematical models calculate the distribution of weight and tension along the supporting structure of an upside down train.
Yes. Yes.
Hola! Welcome to the amazing world of flying cars! Let's hear some golden facts about flying car in science. Advanced avionics and control algorithms are necessary for stabilizing the flying car in the air. Wow, it was so amazing! Let's hear some math facts in flying car. Mathematical formulas are used to calculate the required lift and thrust for a flying car to take off and over. Advanced algorithms and mathematical models are used. Thank you, sir. Hello, travelers! Now, let us learn about scientific facts.
versus environment significantly reduce air resistance by creating a vacuum within tube. A capsule can run much faster than the conventional train or car. Now let us start the mathematical facts. The velocity for pod without a constant is calculated as b and pi r pod square pi r cube square, where r pod is the range of the pod and r. Good morning, sir. Maglev range is powerful electromagnet to lift and take from above the clouds, eliminating friction between wheels and rails.
Mathematical equations are used to calculate the velocity and acceleration of maglev train, allowing engineers to determine the optimal power required for an efficient acceleration. The basic formula is F equals ma. Force equals mass time and acceleration, which helps in designing the propulsion system. Thank you, sir.
Who made it?
Good morning, sir. Welcome to the evolution of coal train. Here is the science content. Coal power steam engine typically operates based on the Rankine cycle, which converts heat energy into mechanical work. Here is your max content. The work done by the steam can be calculated as W is equals to Px, dx and V, where W is the work done, P refers to pressure, D refers to distance and V refers to volume. Thank you, sir, for visiting our coal train evolution.
Fantastic one. Very nice. Great brains.
Baby shark, baby shark, baby shark, baby shark. Horse gallant to EVP Marine Kingdom, sir. What now we are going to discuss about?
Now we are going to discuss about oceanographic data. Oceanographic data refers to the collection of information and measurement related to the biological and chemical.
One point I will take, not much.
Trigonometry is often used by the marine biologists for the measurement of the depth of the sunlight, traffic and gas to photosynthesis. Good morning, sir. Let us explore about tides and currents. The dynamic experiment equations can be used to compute when generated by parabolic and tidal current.
A single data constitution written as y is equal to a cos and where y is the function time of t.
Great.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Hello, sir. Do you guess what is our topic? Yes, our topic is on marine
Electrical technology, yes.
Science behind marine energy involves electricity and magnetism as well as performs the electrical, electronic components and devices. The formula for electrical energy E is equal to V into I. V is the propagation, I current and the T is the time.
Yes.
Marine life process. Max. Trigonometry. Marine biologists often use trigonometry to measure things like how light levels at different depths affects the algae implicate photosynthesis. Osmoregulation. Marine vertebrates use chemical process to regulate salt and water in their bodies. They take in water by drinking and excrete excess salt through their gills and skills. Thank you.
Good morning, sir. Today our topic is about fluid mechanics. Science in fluid mechanics, the principle of fluid mechanics, the continuity equation, the momentum principle and the energy equation, interaction of fluid with solid or other fluid at the boundaries.
Max, do you know the flow of water is proportional to and inversely proportional to the residence by the equation of V2 minus P1 is equal to R?
So mathematics works in fluid mechanics. Yes, here.
Good morning, sir. In our architecture, it involves the knowledge of hydrostatics, hydrodynamics, steady and unsteady body motion, strength of materials, and design of structures. The meter centigrade is BM, depends entirely on the geometry of underwater and can be calculated from the formula BM is equal to I divided by V, where I is the transverse movement of inertia.
Yes, well said, yes.
Good morning, sir. Marine population dynamics. Warning and fluctuating temperatures can undermine population age, structure abundance, and spatial structure.
What is it?
The linear equation to be divided by 3 by 2 is equal to 6 EST second zero for solving for this simulation. Thank you.
Yes, good.
Good morning, sir. Welcome to Deep Sea Environment Technology. This means that the deep ocean is very cold with an average temperature of 40 degrees Celsius and 39 degrees Fahrenheit. Mathematics. C is equal to U plus DD by 5 tan into K into H. Thank you, sir.
Good. Both math and science work.
Good morning, sir. This is our model marine energy. Hi, I'm Sai.
Hi, great.
I'm Max.
Nice work.
Hydrokinetic energy. This power source comes from the natural movement of water that predicts the stability of floating device. Energy physical models are used to predict the performance of the energy system. Energy per square meter is proportional to the square of the height. E dash is proportional to the square. Our topic is about ocean thermal energy conservation.
Madhu, do you know what is ocean thermal energy generator?
Yes, ocean thermal energy conservation or OTEC uses the temperature difference between the ocean surface and the water to generate electricity.
Ocean Thermal Energy Generator or OTE uses seawater to turn solar energy into electricity. Thank you.
Good morning, sir. Today our topic is about maths and science in submarine. Mathematical models can be used to consider large drifts, angles of attack, motion of submarine. One such model is based on Karasuna model, which separates hydrodynamic force into seven elements. Active sonar equation. This equation describes signal to noise ratio SN on of the submarine sonar.
Good morning, sir. The instrument use compass chart, nautical chart that shows the distance between shoreline and seafloor. To measure the distance to the destination, it is 507 over 10 m equal to 45 miles.
Good morning, sir. This is our project about blue hole ecosystem. Blue holes are diverse biological full of marine, including corals, sponges, molecules, sea turtles, sharks, and more. An intermediate and tribute layer located between 40 meter and 46 meter depth. An upper layer of the between 0 and 40 meter depth is homogeneous feature. Thank you.
Hi sir, this is our topic map making. To plot latitude and longitude on a correct coordinate plan, you need to convert the value to decimals. To do this, divide the minutes and seconds by 60 and add them to decrease the geographical unit.
The science of making map is called cartography, which contains
Yes, great. Yes, sir.
Our project is about ocean acidification.
Ocean acidification. Somewhere I heard earlier.
Ocean acidification is a global threat to the ocean waterways and estuaries. It is often called even when worsened as the carbon dioxide level continues to rise.
Carbon dioxide level continues.
The mechanism of ocean acidification is based on a chemical reaction between the carbon dioxide and water that occurs when CO2 is removed in the water. CO2 plus H2O gives H2CO2. The reaction between the carbon dioxide and water will form the carbon dioxide. Thank you.
Very nice. Great. Great children, well done. Special one.
Hi sir, we are going to explain about ship building. Can you explain about principle of floating? Yeah, principle of floating is the floating on the surface presently will equal to orbit. So can you explain about principle of flotation formula? Yes, formulas. FP is equals to PF point BD point G. FP is equals to buoyant force. PF is equals to density of fluid. BD is equals to volume of fluid displaced. G is equals to acceleration due to gravity. Thank you.
Yes, let the ship float. Expo
Welcome to ASRS, sir.
Okay, good. I will carry. Very nice guy. Thank you.
Introduction.
Stellar morning. Welcome to ASRO. In this expo, we'll discover how the mathematical and science principles unlock the mystery of the universe, calculating the planetary orbits, geometrical gratitude.
Sir.
Parallax method. Parallax method is a technique used in astronomy to measure distance between nearby stars. The mathematical formula for parallax method is distance is equal to semi-major axis into 1 minus eccentricity square by 1 plus eccentricity into cos 2 anomaly.
You never heard this first time. Parallax.
Thank you, sir.
Great guy. Yes.
Good morning, sir. This is the model of Kepler's law of planetary motion. Kepler's law of planetary motion describes the motion of planets around the sun and are fundamental to the field of astronomy and celestial mechanics. These laws lay the foundation of the Newton's law of gravitation, where the force of gravity
Only after this Newton. Kepler.
Good morning, sir. Sir, this is sensor model. You can keep up. Their light is glowing, sir.
Oh, here. Okay. Super. Great brain girl. Yes, yes.
The distributed star can be calculated using the trigonometry, especially the determining of the star and other celestial objects.
A star constellation is a group of stars that form a pattern in the night sky and are usually named after people, animal, and mythological figure or object. Thank you, sir.
Konnichiwa, sir. Solar eclipse occurs when the moon passes between Earth and the sun.
Trigonometry is the calculated shadow size and how it moves across the Earth's surface.
Lunar eclipse. A lunar eclipse, the moon passes through the Earth's shadow, which has two parts. Okayo.
Great. Your idea about this one? Your idea?
Yes, sir.
Great. Nice. So the way we say something is always special.
Good morning, sir. Big Bang Theory. Big Bang Theory predicts us that the universe is filled with hot and dense radiation.
A naught by d whole square is equal to 8 pi g by 3 minus k by a square plus del by 3.
Thank you, sir.
Big Bang. Even before the humans came, we will have the formula. Very good. Yes. Geoscience.
Good morning, sir. The geocentric model of the universe. In the geocentric model, the Earth is the center of the universe. This idea was famously promoted by Ptolemy in the ancient times. X is equals to r minus c cos theta plus r cos theta phi. Y is equals to r minus c sin theta plus r sin theta phi. That's all I know. Greatness.
Great. Yes.
Konnichiwa, sir. Here I am going to explore wormhole. A wormhole Einstein-Rosen density theoretical tunnel that connects two distances of space-time. It's a solution derived from Einstein's density of relativity. Now let's see the formula for Einstein's equation, where the formula is g mu v plus del g mu v is equal to.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Big fun.
Good morning, sir. The Milky Way galaxy is filled with gas, dust, and plasma, known as the interstellar medium.
Sigma m is directly proportional to n minus k.
Thank you, sir.
Great. Good idea. Yes.
Yeehaw! The Aryabhatta satellite was Indian first satellite launched on 19th April 1975. The positioning and the orientation of the satellite relied on Young calculation in the coordinate mathematics to maintain stability. Thank you.
Super.
Good morning, sir. Can you guess what is this? Yes, this is life cycle of stars. I will explain about stars. Stars form from nebula, clouds of gas and dust through gravitational collapse. When temperature and pressure increases, nuclear fusion begins. Fusion converts hydrogen into helium in the form of light and heat.
Next one.
Newton's law of gravitation helps to remain the force holding a soft star together. F is equal to Z into M1 into M2. Thank you.
Yes.
We have some interesting information about the Voyager 1 plasma wave.
Tasha, do you know what is Voyager 1 plasma wave does?
Yes, Rishika, the Voyager 1 plasma wave instrument detects and analyzes plasma wave which have fluctuation in electron density in space. Rishika, do you know what is oscillation provides?
Yes, Darshini, these oscillation provides reflect at the transition between solar and the interstellar medium.
Yes.
Marhaba, sir. I am scientist Nirmata and I am mathematician Dhanashree. So, we have made a results called the twilight. Twilight is the point where the day and night meets or the night and day meets. We could call these hours as the golden hours of the day.
Delta is equal to 23.44 degree into sine of 360 degree by 360 degree. N plus 10. Thank you, have a sunny day, sir.
Mathematician, scientist. Great idea.
Good morning, sir. Welcome to the major part of space. In geophysics, the concept can be applied to the modern Earth structure by different layers like crustal, metal, and core. Can be thought as a concentric sphere. A homocentric sphere is a set of spheres that all share the same center but can have different radius. Thank you.
Yes.
Cosmic morning. This is the model of geostationary satellite. The geostationary satellite uses electromagnetic waves, radio waves, microwaves to communicate with the Earth station.
The satellite must rotate at the same angular velocity as the Earth to appear stationary from the ground. The astronomer uses the angular velocity formula omega is equal to 2 pi by t to find the angular velocity of the satellite.
Gravitational gratitude.
Good morning, sir. This is an UFO which has a grand story behind it and it represents Astro.
Absolutely.
UFO stands for Unidentified Flying Object. It is term used to describe any airborne object or phenomenon that cannot be explained or identified.
To calculate the radar signal, the researchers use the Doppler shift formula to determine the velocity. The formula is F1 is equal to Fc plus Vr by C. F1 is equal to the observed frequency. F is equal to the transmitted frequency. Great.
Nice. Well made. Big one. Great. Yes.
Thank you, sir. Welcome to microcosm and macrocosm world, sir.
Very nice. Let us explore. Yes. Short one. Just be very brief, very short.
When the objects move away from us, they emit red light, and when they move closer to us, they emit blue light. Here's how it works. Yeah, you have to focus on the wall there. Come here.
Okay.
Which color do you see, sir, on the wall?
Color?
Color.
Yellow? No?
No, the wall, not the board.
Wall. The blue?
Yes, now.
Color test by now.
Do you see
How it works? How it works?
So, in the space, right, when objects are far away from us, they emit red light, and when they move closer to us, they emit blue light. That's what it indicates.
Nice, great girl, yes.
Good morning, sir. This is exoplanet transit direction, one of the most effective ways to detect planets beyond our solar system.
The relationship between the change in brightness delta F and the radius of the planet or P and the star or S is denoted by this equation.
Yes,
Thank
yes.
you.
One point.
Good morning, sir. This is our model Chandrayaan-3. At the core of Chandrayaan-3, there are two main components, the Vikram lander and the Pragyan rover. To reach the moon, Chandrayaan-3 follows the Saham and transfer orbit. Thank you.
Great, great.
Turn and stand.
Good morning, sir. This is a black hole, the scariest object in the universe where not even light can escape when near it.
Math behind the black hole is based on the Einstein equation, which is the foundation of general relativity. Thank you.
Very good morning, sir, and welcome to the intriguing world of dark matter and dark energy, two of the most enigmatic components of our universe. Dark matter consists of 27% of our universe. On the other hand, dark energy consists of 68% of our universe.
And there are the three possible fates of universe. One will grow constant, second will drift open, and third it will pull everything together.
Super, it's working well. Good, good.
Good morning, sir. We are going to explain about Scimathx experiment. The Scimathx experiment is a famous thought experiment. It illustrates one of the strangest aspects of quantum mechanics, particularly the concept of superposition. The maths behind plotted their galaxy involves quantum superposition and wave function. In the box, the gap is represented by this formula. Thank you.
Super, super.
Good morning, sir. Let's see about neurons and nephrons.
A neuron receives signal to the dendrites and processes them in the cell body and generates an electrical impulse which travels along the axis.
Yes, continue.
The mass behind the neurons. The Nernst equation is used to calculate the equilibrium potential of a specific ion, and the potentials are established by the sodium-potassium pump.
There is also the another functionality of the body is
Neuron mass.
The nephron, which filters blood to remove waste and regulate water balance.
The mass behind the nephrons. The glomerular filtration rate (GFR) is a crucial measure of kidney function as it indicates how well the kidneys filter blood.
Good morning, sir. Today we want to explore about human eye. The human eye is an intricate organ that allows us perceive light in the form of image. The bending of light as it passes through different media is established by Snell's law. You can see from this. Concave lens, convex lens. You can see the difference.
Understand. This one is?
Concave. You can take it, sir.
Yeah, we have to take the lens. Yes. And now we use.
Now you place?
Now you place it.
That is the difference. Yes.
Thank you, sir. Thanks.
Great, well made. Yes,
Thank you, sir.
Good morning, sir. This is the human heart. The heart is a muscular powerhouse that beats approximately 1 lakh times a day, pumping around 2,000 gallons of blood through a complex network of vessels. The volume of blood that the heart pumps per minute is given by cardiac output formula. The formula is CO is equal to HR into SV. Thank you.
Great.
Good morning, sir. We are here to explain about human lungs. Lung volumes and capacities like tidal volume and vital capacities are measured to assess the respiratory health. The fractal pattern in lungs mirrors a universal fractal structure, and the structure optimizes oxygen exchange and enable efficient distribution. Thank you.
Good morning, sir. Today let us know about biomechanics and prosthetics. The human arm is the metal cosm of the universe connected through atomic structure, energy, gravity, and evolution. We are told it stardust in motion. Biomechanics of the human arm can be analyzed using mathematical principle like torque and motion. Thank you, sir.
Good morning, sir. Today we are here to talk about current. Picture the brain as a metropolitan with neuron connected by a web of rows and ants and the physical information flow. This complete network and connectome is crucial for brain function. Graphs plays a crucial role in the neural cerebral system. Body cells, indicates some brain disorders. Thank you.
Good morning, sir. We are here to explain about
DNA replication. Do you know that DNA is made up of elements found in the hearts of stars? And DNA replication is a process to make millions of copies.
each turn of DNA replication results in the ability to express this amount of DNA equal to n, where n is the number of replication cycles. Thank you, sir.
N is the number of. Great, that's some science. Great, yes. Yes, center model.
This is the James Webb Space Telescope, also known as JWS. The Webb is the largest telescope ever placed in space, 100 times more powerful than Hubble.
Okay, lot of knowledge. Well done, children. Very nice. Looks like a hospital. Go.
It is our medical academy. So now I'd like to tell about medical biotechnology. It is a field of science which flawlessly combines both biology and technology. So it is combined with both maths and science. So now let us learn about it. Now, as you can see, this is the largest microscope of our school.
A science-field microscope is based on the principles of light diffraction and lens. Light diffraction. Light will travel from material with higher diffraction index. Example, light travels slowly through water than air. It changes its direction when traveled from air to water. Right. The mathematics behind microscope involves combination from optics, rate theory and geometry. Magnification. Magnification refers to the ratio of image size to the object size.
Great.
So now moving on to CT scan.
Medical academy, this one?
Yes.
You are medical akka. Medical academy.
I am a junior doctor in this.
CT scan was invented in 1972. CT images are made by converting X-ray electrons into X-ray photons, passing the photons to an object and passing the electrons to the object. Maths in CT scan is used to calculate the minimum radiation dose required for a clear image which gives the patient safe.
Now this is the robotic surgery.
Good morning, sir. This is robotic surgery. The robotic surgery is also known as robot assistant surgery. It's mainly advanced in surgical procedure that combines medical science, engineering, and robotics. Calculating force. Calculating force is a mathematical system that can be used to calculate the force exerted by the manipulator. Thank you.
Now this is blood pressure machine.
A BP machine is a special use device that is used to measure blood pressure of an individual. It is made of an inflammable cup that traps on the person's arm. When the air pumps to the blood, the mean flow is measured.
The blood pressure is measured in two values, the systolic and the diastolic. The systolic is the peak arterial pressure in the systole and the diastolic is the minimum arterial pressure in the diastole.
Sir, can we check your BP
Yes,
level?
quick. I am BP, B Purushottam. Valikkudu doctor. Right. Good.
We're having average.
114?
Yes, sir.
140 means
Now let's move on to tumor dynamics.
Thank you, sir.
Cancer cells are gene mutation which turn a normal cell into a cancer cell. These gene mutations may be inherited, developed over time as we get older, or developed around something that damages our genes like cigarettes, smoke, alcohol, or ultraviolet radiation from the sun.
Mathematical models can be used to study cancer slowly. The solution is Vt equals to V0 ERT, where V is the volume of the tumor, T is the time taken, and V0 is the size at time.
Now, this is lung volume and ventilation.
Good morning, sir. Lung volume is also known as respiratory volume. It refers to the volume of gas in the lungs at a given time during respiratory cycle. A number of lung volume is measured using spirometry. Tidal volume, inspirator reserve volume.
The total capacity is the volume of gas in the air of ventilation. It can be calculated from PLC equals to RV plus FRC. Air ventilation equals to tidal volume into respiratory. This is about heart rate and blood flow.
You can calculate your heart rate within 5 seconds. Count the beat which you feel in 5 seconds and multiply it by 4 to calculate your heart rate for 5 seconds.
Less than 5 seconds we should calculate.
In our heart, we can calculate. In the heart, the deoxygenated blood and turns oxygenated.
great. Yes.
Now this is eye surgery. Eye surgery is done to
Surgery.
include short centers, long centers, and astigmatism. The formula for calculating eye surgery is beta plus 0.231 minus 0.595 dioptric.
Calculation that too. Yes.
Moving on to hemodialysis. Kidney dialysis is the process of removing excess of water, solutes, and toxins from the blood in people whose kidneys can no longer perform these functions naturally. If you have to calculate your GFR, you have to calculate your pre-dialysis weight minus post-dialysis weight in 2000 ml. Thank you. Processing is an artificial replacement part of your body. It includes extra body parts like limbs. The joint time is variable that each gate cycle controls the x-axis, so it is able to control the Wilson limit. Diabetes and glucose levels. Today we are going to talk about diabetes and glucose level. Diabetes disease that occurs when your blood glucose, also called blood sugar, is too high. Diabetes raises the risk for
Blood
damage.
sugar is too high.
Diabetes raises the risk for damage to eyes, nerves, blood vessels, and
Because
lungs.
it leads to
Now let us know about mathematics behind diabetes and glucose level. Mathematical models are used to calculate HbA1c to estimated average glucose and decated albumin levels.
Pacemaker is a small battery-powered device that prevents the heart from beating too slowly. If a pacemaker is set to 60 BPM, it calculates the interval between pulses using the formula interval equal to 60 BPM.
Let's hear about Alzheimer's disease. Alzheimer's disease is a progressive brain disorder causing memory loss, confusion, and cognitive decline. It's the most common cause of dementia, usually causing those over 65.
yes.
Good morning, sir. The science behind BMI. BMI is an indicator of health risk and used to classify adults as underweight, normal, overweight, obese, and extremely obese. An higher BMI is
Body mass index.
An higher BMI is used chronic conditions such as heart disease, high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, gallstone, breathing problem, and setting
Should check frequently. Yes.
The maths behind the BMI. BMI is equal to calculate your height and weight to estimate your body fat. Here's the formula. BMI is equal to weight in kilogram divided by height and weight.
What is the ideal BMI? Ideal BMI range is 19 to 24.
Good morning, sir. Let us know what is meant by blood donation. Blood donation is giving by objective representation. It is a noble that should be done by healthy people.
Yes.
Blood donation is called for safe damage. Can you know your blood group, sir?
Yes. Yes. O positive.
So you can donate blood to AB positive, A positive, B positive, O positive blood.
These are all my comments.
You can donate blood
I can
to those
donate.
people. You can donate blood.
I need blood.
Today we are here to say about ECG machine. First, let's start with science. An ECG is a test used to measure the electrical activities of the heart. The test taken only about a few minutes and it devoid of any pain. The math involved in ECG machine is primarily centered around the signal processing and analyzing. Here is a breakdown.
Yes.
Good morning, sir. Today we are going to explain about X-ray machine.
Science behind X-ray machine. Radiation science uses a team of professional healthcare instructors to provide information on diagnostic imaging.
More particle from the X-ray energy formula gives by lambda is equal to 12.389 by V. Thank you, sir.
Now let's wind up the day by learning about lab equipments.
We are here to speak about lab equipment. Microscope. Microscope is a common lab equipment used to observe items that cannot see by human eye. This is a sugar test.
Great. Well displayed. Very nice. Well done, children.
Thank you, sir.
Bye, medical Akka.
Good morning, respected sir and ma'am. Welcome to Class 9 in Neuroscience. Get ready to stretch your mind, challenge your senses, and enjoy the wonders of optical deception.
They completely, and I spoke to you, and you told you'll be sitting in the future.
She decided to come here. Get some back.
Good morning, respected sir and ma'am. Welcome to Class 9 in Neuroscience. Get ready to stretch your mind, challenge your senses, and enjoy the wonders of optical deception. Please welcome, sir. Start the journey from here. Good morning, sir.
Be very brief, very short, one point.
Today let's speak about the magic of optical illusion.
I versus brain.
The brain uses the cell principle for example, Scimathx and closure to organize visual imagination into meaningful patterns.
Certain neurons in the brain respond to the motion, contributing to the perception of moving objects. This centrifugates information from various parts of the visual field to create a unified perception.
Great one. Great. Yes.
The brain's optical playground.
Neurons that work, especially latent inhibition.
One common neural mechanism behind optical illusion is latent inhibition.
And the working of neurons can be explained using the Gaussian function. An example of latent inhibition is Hermann's illusion.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Fractals of brains. The fractal branching of dendrites allows neurons to receive input
inputs from a large number of other neurons.
Fractal branching optimizes the spatial distribution of the forces. Thanks, sir.
Our topic is about the brain to explain diseases.
According to science, Alzheimer's disease is a brain disorder which causes the gradual destruction of brain cells and their connections too.
And according to Max, mathematical model describes how vacuums and tangles develop and spread across the brain.
We also have a VR which has been made for you. Close to it.
Yes. And here receiver, nice. Keep sound going. Great. Well done, yes.
When reflexes fools you,
Mind versus body.
neurons communicate using axial potential, which are rapid changes in electrovoltage across the membrane.
The velocity of nerve impulse D is equal to root D by T. D is the distance the signal travels.
Sir, there starts the real happening experience, sir.
So you can stand a bit back so do
Yes. Simple. Nice. Yes.
Greetings to you, sir. We are here with perception plane, the astonishing Armstrong illusion. Armstrong manipulates the distance between the object and a viewer, leading to different sizes of the retinal images that the brain interprets incorrectly. The angles of the wall and the relative height of the floor and the ceiling are deliberately skewed. This design creates an illusion of normality when viewed from a designated point. Good morning, sir. Mind-bending motion. Endless spinning. In maths, the angles of angular velocity. This measures how fast ring is spinning technically in units per second. In science, the human eye retains image for a fraction of a second after they disappear. This is crucial for the illusion. Thank you, sir.
Great. Relativity. Great. Yes. Next.
Hello, sir. This is the reflection without an end, the infinity mirror. An infinity mirror is typically consists of two mirrors facing each other. One is a standard mirror, another is partially reflective or semi-transparent mirror. This setup allows for multiple reflection to occur between the two mirrors. If the distance between the reflection is d, the first reflection is at triple d, the second at 2d, the third at 3d, and so on. However, due to diminishing brightness and the effects of perspective, the reflection appears to be much closer together.
The brain interprets the diminishing size of the reflected image as depth, contributing to the illusion of infinity. This relates to the principle of perspective.
Thank you, sir.
Nice. Interesting. Great. No end. Yes. Great. Yes.
Ni hao, beyond the surface, the magic of hologram illusion. The mathematics of 3D hologram is complex and involves in the use of complex number. Hologram science formula. D sin d is equal to n lambda.
Great. Yes. Yeah.
Welcome, sir and ma'am. Art in light and darkness. Where shadow shape reality. Yes, this is shadow boxing. Maths and science. The geometry of projection. An object is placed between a light source and a screen. The shadow size and shape depend on the angle and the distance of the light. That is why object placed in front of light source casts shadow.
Great projection. Very nice.
And light is
Great. Excellent. Nice. Great. Yes.
Welcome in Colosaurisma, a glimpse into the past of moving pictures in motion, our bioscope. The maximum bioscopic projection angles, the angles at which the September exit remain with the viewer's eyes. The science behind bioscope is understanding how the human brain perceives depth by using binocular vision, and understanding how the correct focal length is ensured so that the images are projected appropriately on the screen. So, welcome to Interactive Illusion Station, sir, where reality blurs and mind takes the center stage. SSTDA, illusion unleashed, an interactive journey through perception. Here is the shepherd illusion, the solution, and Muller layer illusion. Just illusion. What do you think about this interactive illusion, sir?
This is different illusions.
These are the fascinating examples of how a brain can misinterpret visual information due to perspective inherent bias. Shepherd illusion created by cognitive scientist N. Roger Shepherd.
So these are illusions in the brain.
These illusions can make you wrong in thinking.
Misleading.
Sir, please sir, take this piece of cardboard and place it here. Here you'll find the difference. Our brain perceives that the shapes look different, but actually these both are same.
they called illusion. Yes, great. Yes, children, well done. Very nice.
Thank you. Morning, sir.
Greetings to you! You're the terms Expo as Expo will turn your mind. All around the world there are millions of robots to find. Were made by humans or rather robots to help or mimic humankind.
From automation to innovation and from passion to profit, AI is revolutionizing the way we do business. We welcome you all to this journey into the land of AI where innovation meets opportunity.
Land of AI.
So price predicting
Boys AI,
using
girls
AI
AI.
learning in
Yes, ma'am.
becoming the future
11th
values of the
standard.
company stocks and other assets. Predicting stock prices helps in gaining significant profit. By improved efficiency in our project, this AI automates several aspects of trading and saving the investors time and resources.
AI platform is an online web-based platform that provides its customer with an encouraging online-based experience.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, OTC.
So AI can also be a voice assistant, and we had made our own voice assistant.
Your own voice. Great.
We made our own voice assistant, Jarvis. Jarvis has Python code. If you're going to ask something through this mic, it's going to be outputted through this speaker. You're going to ask Jarvis. You have to start with Jarvis.
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 Your wish.
Jarvis.
Your wish.
Jarvis search.
Jarvis.
You ask some questions, sir. It is like
Jarvis search.
Google.
No, the search continues.
Songs
also. Enrich your English.
No, you have to start with Jarvis and
Okay. Jarvis, where is Everwin School?
One.
You ask.
Jarvis search for Evergreen group of schools. Jarvis search for Evergreen group of schools.
Jarvis.
Okay, boss. Searching.
Oi.
Properly, sir. 1 second.
Yeah, not a problem. It shows the result. I understand. Once again.
Jarvis search for Evergreen group of schools. Jarvis.
You have to be a bit slow.
Jarvis search for Evergreen group of schools.
Okay, boss. Searching.
Coming properly, but it will come, sir.
Not a problem. It's a great attempt. Nice.
Hello, sir. Good morning, sir. We have programmed a chatbot which can answer both in English as well as in Tamil. So if you have seen in WhatsApp, AI Meta, it can answer only in English, right? But it can answer in English as well as Tamil. If I type to enter.
Oh, super.
Yes. So 4 questions, sir. Related to AI in marketing. Which question you want to get answered, sir?
AI online.
E-business.
Online e-business. So, okay, you can get Abayangal.
It just shows everything. And also for you, we have created a surprise for you, sir. So we have run a program. If we click run, it directly visits. One second. Your YouTube channel, any video. Instead of typing into YouTube, enrich your English, it just
It comes.
yeah,
Great attempt. Yes, nice.
Sentiment analysis is a top-notch machine learning application that refers to sentiment classification and opinion making, analyzing emotions using our model.
Here, a robot is named as Alexa. As Alexa's range of facial expression is his most impressive trait. What's amazing is that the accurate response of interaction with humans. He looks pleased, for instance, when he recognizes his teammates, and he looks confused when someone says something that he doesn't understand.
Great. Your language it looks like that of robot. Great. When did you make this? Great one. Yes.
Here is our thesis about how AI helps patients to find out their needs easier and sooner. Personalized AI care can help an individual patients to fulfill their needs when they are unable to move. We have made a model which shows the patient's need to their respective attender. The flex sensor sent here sends data to their respective attender's screen as well as to their phone. This helps the attender to address the patient's need much quicker and easier.
Yes, that's great.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
This model helps us in understanding how AI can help us in managing infectious diseases. Epidemiology means study of diseases and healthcare related issues.
So each color represents each stages. Green represents suspected and vaccinated. Blue represents infected. Red represents exposed and yellow represents recovered.
Today we are here to show how AI uses maths for solving crimes like matching fingerprints. AI is just using geometry, ratios and statistics for analyzing the fingerprints.
When AI looks at the fingerprint, it identifies the key points and calculates the Euclidean distance between those points. There are three types of fingerprints: bursts, loops and arches. Sir, can you please place your fingerprints? Show your...
If you show your near camera, you can show it. So here arches, loops and words are there, sir. Please show, sir.
These are the percentage of this loops it is showing. Then your fingerprint types.
Called loops.
Thank you, sir.
Not moves.
Loops.
Are you dreaming for a world with no diseases, full of victories? Just give us your memory of DNA to convert just winner to ever winner.
Yes.
It targets a specific sequence of DNA. Cas9 protein acts as a molecular scissors cutting the DNA.
How maths involves in it? Statistical models to predict the outcomes, optimization techniques to target the right DNA, and data analysis are the tools used to help scientists.
Tools to use, yes.
Our topic is about forensic science, which analyzes DNA faster and accurately.
We are using genetic information to predict facial traits like hair, eye color and skin tone.
In forensic science, drug detection is about identifying drugs in people's body or
Eye color?
Eye
Eye color, you said. Eye color. Eye has this eye color.
Hello sir, this is Resident AI which detects pneumonia more faster and accurately than a doctor. Can you give a deep explanation of what is pneumonia? The lungs are small as sacs called alveoli in which oxygen from there reach the blood. These are the alveoli in which oxygen from there reach the blood. When someone has pneumonia, these sacs get filled with fluid uppers, making it hard to breathe and oxygen to reach the blood.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
This model will explain you how the lungs works when the person has pneumonia, and this side is a healthy lungs.
This is healthy.
Yeah. When we inhale, the air will be pumped like this, and this side is pneumoniated lungs. Thank you for your
Great, yes.
Hello sir, this is all about AI in brain. Deep learning is a method of artificial intelligence that teaches the computer to process data in such a way it is inspired by the human brain.
In a sense, AI do not physically integrate the human brain. It plays a significant role for neurological conditions. Thank you, sir. Hello, sir. The first person on moon was Neil Armstrong. The first person on Mars will be you, sir, founder, senior principal. So we winners have made a world where anything is possible. We are going to create an artificial Earth environment on the famous red planet Mars. So for the biosphere, we input our necessary details and the computer produces a 3D biosphere. Using titanium, we will build this biosphere.
So since there is no oxygen on Mars, we can use the concept called MOXIE, which converts the carbon dioxide of Mars into oxygen and it sends inside the
Gives
solar.
oxygen. Yes.
The solar panel absorbs the solar energy and converts it into electricity.
There it works.
So then microorganisms will be inputted in the biosphere for food. Water will be extracted from a salt called calcium perchlorate.
Oxygen presence stabilizes after one year nitrogen metabolism of humans of the Earth.
Thus we conclude that by following these basic steps, we can create Elon Musk dream mission Mars. Thank you.
Already attempts are being made.
AI helps in developing smart factories to enhance, produce and reduce downtime as well as quality to improve cost efficiency. AI enhances user experiences by tailoring suggestions. AI has the potential to revolutionize many aspects of our lives. So please take it.
Great, wow, nice. Never go back in life. Wow. You should do like this. Great attempt, very nice. What a majestic one. Okay. With the passion, continue. The ashram straight away. Nice, great. Yes, children, yes.
Excuse me, sir. Sir, can you please stand here for the photo booth? For a photo.
Great.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Thank you so much, sir.
Like very handsome. Thank you, sir. Always feeling so.
Natural disasters.
Natural disaster, very important.
Good afternoon, sir. Today we are here to talk about the crucial roles that science and maths play in understanding and mitigating natural disasters. Natural disasters such as hurricanes, earthquake and tsunami have a devastating impact on the communities worldwide. To predict, prepare for and respond to these events, we rely heavily on a synergy between science and maths.
Good afternoon, sir. Today I wanted to take on a journey to the heart of one of the nature's most inspiring wonders, volcanoes. A volcano is essentially a landform that occurs when the magma from the Earth's interior rises up to the surface. Firstly, the magma chamber. Secondly, the world. Thirdly, the crater. And finally, the cone. Thank you, sir.
Let's start a day with atmospheric disasters.
Hurricanes are intense tropical storms characterized by strong winds, heavy rain and low atmospheric pressure. They form over warm ocean waters and can cause significant damage when they make landfall.
Now here's a very good question. Describe how we respond that fundamentally the model is the behavior of air and water in the atmosphere. There are factors like viscosity.
Tornado is a rapidly rotating column of earth that extends from thunderstorm to the ground and they study signals in various scientific disciplines.
Yes.
I'm going to talk about science behind blizzards. According to the National Weather Service, a blizzard is a weather event that includes low temperatures and wind speeds greater than 56 km.
I'm going to talk about maths behind blizzard. Snowflakes, which are the key elements of the blizzard, exhibit intricate geometric structure.
I'm going to talk about the science behind the dust storm. The dust storm refers to a mythological phenomena characterized by strong winds lifting a large amount of...
One more point, just be short.
I'm going to speak about maths behind the dust storm. The conversation of the dust in the atmosphere includes how far they travel and where they disperse.
A drought refers to a prolonged period of below precipitation, resulting in water shortage that can impact ecosystem, agriculture, water supply, human activity.
Maths behind drought. Identifying links to mathematical models can be used to balance the needs of humans and environment.
Even to measure drought. Yes.
So how seismometer works while earthquake?
Disaster. Okay, how it measures. Great, yes.
Maths behind earthquake. The Richter scale is a mathematical instrument that uses the amplitude of seismic waves to compare the magnitude of an earthquake.
An earthquake is a natural phenomenon where the earth separates due to the sudden release of energy in the earth. Science behind volcanic eruption. When tectonic plates move on the surface, when one plate moves on another, this process is called volcanism.
Maths behind volcanic eruption. For forecasting eruptions, volcanologists use mathematical model to define its size, shape, and the location of volcano.
Yes.
Science. Good afternoon, sir. Science behind landscapes. Landscapes are natural events where mass of rock, earth, or debris move on the slope under the influence of gravity.
Yes, almost it happened
Maths
in our
behind
state.
landscape. Geographic information system (GIS) are used to model landscapes, explore areas, analyzing by data, steps on stone, and soil
Keep
moisture.
doing. Landslides, yes, great, yes.
A tsunami is a large powerful ocean wave typically caused by underwater disturbance such as earthquake, volcanic eruption, landslides, or meteorite impact.
Yes.
So today I'm going to talk
Maths behind tsunami. First, let's see how to measure the speed of the tsunami. So the speed of the tsunami is equal to the square root of 9.8 multiplied by the water depth. So the 9.8 value here.
So today I'm going to talk about science behind sinkholes. Sinkholes are studied as natural deposition of holes in the ground that occur in the surface and collapses into underground voids.
I'm going to talk about maths behind sinkholes. This calculations are crucial in geotechnical engineering. Using elasticity theory, engineers can predict equation can be used to measure the speed of a flood and represent the
Science behind wildfires. Wildfires are natural events that can both destroy and regenerate the ecosystems.
Maths behind wildfire. Smoke disperses of water. Greenhouse smoke will spread, impacting air quality and public health.
Science behind pandemics. Science behind pandemics. Pandemics are global outbreak of infectious diseases that affect large population over wide geographical areas.
Yes.
Maths behind pandemics data visualizations made it easier to understand.
Mathematics, yes.
Good afternoon, sir. I am going to speak about science behind the epidemics. An epidemic is a sudden outbreak of disease spread rapidly and affects a large number of people within a specific region or population.
Yes.
And I'm going to tell you maths behind epidemics. How was used to calculate the percentage of the population that used to be involved to capture the incomplete stock.
Good afternoon, sir. Science behind insect infestation. And insect infestation happens when a large number of insects invade in a specific area, such as farm, home, and building, and cause harm.
Maths begin insect infestation. Maths have to predict how fast an insect population will grow. For example, using the exponential growth model.
Science behind meteorite impact. A meteorite impact happens when a space rock meteorite crashes into Earth.
Maths behind meteorite. Maths is used to the probability of the asteroid impact on Earth. This involves statistical models that consider.
Thank you.
Solar flares are powerful bursts and rays from the sun often associated with sunspot and magnetic activity. They release energy in the form of radiation, particles, and magnetic field impacting the Earth and space. Magnetohydrodynamics (MHC). The behavior of solar flares is governed by magnetohydrodynamics (MHC), which combine fluid dynamics and electromagnetism.
Good afternoon, sir. Science and maths behind ocean acidification. Ocean acidification is a significant scientific issue that refers to the ongoing decrease in the pH levels of Earth's oceans, caused primarily by the absorption of carbon dioxide. Absorption of carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. Key research location including coral, Optical, an area with significant freshwater input. Computer models simulate real world to help understand complex relationships and predict future scenarios. For example, the roof model is used to ocean acidification is warm and nuclear input coefficient. The HP of seawater is measured in logarithmic scale. Thank you. Science behind sea level rise. Ocean acidification. Science behind sea level rise. Sea level rise is a significant scientific issue that refers to the increase in the average level of the world ocean. It is primarily driven by climate change and has various environmental, social, and economic impacts. Natural measurement in coast local sea levels and health scientists conduct a long-term. Question. Scientists calculate the area of land at risk of flooding using geometry.
Who chose the topic?
Teacher gave the topics. Teacher only gave the topic.
Great children, very nice.
She is giving.
மண்ணோட மாறி போடுது, ஆடுகளோடு மீறி போடுது. உழைப்புக்கு உயிரொட்டி உயிர்களுக்கு உள்ள ஓட்டும் இம்மண்ணின் மனிதர்கள் நாங்கள். நிலத்தில் விதைத்தது வெறும் விதை அல்ல, எங்கள் வியர்வை துளிகளும் தான். விளைத்தது வெறும் பயிரல்ல, எங்கள் வாழும் தான். கலைகளை நீக்கி எங்கள் களஞ்சியத்தை காண வாருங்கள். From growing healthy crops to conserving water, these subjects help us shape a better, more sustainable fish for agriculture. Good afternoon, sir. Soil preparation. How do farmers prepare soil for planting and all? Well, first they do soil test using science to check if it has the right nutrients. If something missing, they add the right fertilizer. And what about max control? 1/10 to base into height. Was the circle area by RLR is
In
radius.
case they just told the formula, you are written and shown. Very nice. I understand.
Thank you, sir. Good morning, sir. Sowing. What's the next stage, Ishita?
Farmer choose the best seed for the soil and weather condition so the plants grow stronger. These seeds are dispersed in the field and this is called sowing.
That's awesome. The amount of silicon is so in a given area. It often calculated using seed equal to number of seed divided by area to be sown.
Yes, next one.
Good morning, sir. Manual. How do farmers manage the crops, Shiva?
Manuring is the step where nutritional supplements are provided and these supplements may be natural manure or chemical compound fertilizer. Can you tell me the amount of fertilizers needed, Sanjana?
The total amount of the specific nutrition needed for the entire field. If a crop needed 100 kilograms of nitrogen per hectare and the farmer have 2 hectares each, the total nitrogen demand would be nutrient requirement per hectare into area. So 100 kilograms of nitrogen per hectare into hectare is equal to 100 kilograms.
Good morning. Good afternoon, sir. Vermicomposting.
Vermicomposting is a process that burns waste from food scraps and other organic waste to make compost, which helps plants grow better.
The breakdown rate measures how quickly food waste turns into compost, calculated as the difference between initial and final weight divided by time.
Good afternoon, sir. Irrigation. Irrigation is the process of artificially supplying water to land or crops. But how do farmers know the flow of water just now? In order to calculate the total flow of the drip tape, farmers can measure the total length of the drip tape in hundreds of feet by the flow rate of 100 feet. For example, the drip field is 1096 feet long and has a flow rate of 0.5 gallons per minute per 100 feet. The total flow is 3496 into 0.5 equals to 35.5 gallons per minute. Thank you, sir.
You made this? Say again.
In order to calculate the total flow of the drip tape, farmers can multiply the total length of the drip tape in hundreds of feet by the flow rate per 100 feet. For example, if the drip tape is 1096 feet long and has a flow rate of 0.5 gallons per minute per 100 feet, the total flow is 70.96 into 0.5 equals to 35.5 gallons per minute. The total flow is 70.96 into 0.5 equals to 35.5 gallons per minute.
Great one. Yes, nice. Very nice.
Good afternoon, sir. Weeding. Weeding is the process of removing unwanted plants from gardens or fields to prevent them from competing with crops for water, nutrients and sunlight. In order to find the time to weed a farm, the farmer need to divide the total area by the combined weeding rate of all workers. Good afternoon, sir. Harvesting. What is the next step after weeding, Roshni? It's harvesting. When the crop is measured, it's cut and gathered. This process is called harvesting. And where does the max come, Priya?
If a Dasha machine processes 5 tons of wheat in 2 hours, the throughput rate is 2.5 tons per hour. Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. Storage. Finally, we have come to the last stage of agriculture. Can you guess, Akshaya? Of course, it is storage, my unique great that are stored in galleries or dinner goods. It uses the marketing. In storage, mathematics play a crucial role in optimizing space and ensuring efficient use of water.
Good afternoon, sir. Terraforming. Terraforming uses steps that are built into a set of mountain or hill. On each level, various crops are planted. When it rains, instead of washing away all of the nutrients in the soil,
The slope of the land is a crucial factor when designing terraces. The slope is calculated using the formula rise divided by run into 100. Rise
In Indonesia, it's very famous.
good afternoon, sir. Hydroponic farming.
Hydroponics is a method of growing plants without soil using nutrient-rich water solution to deliver essential nutrition active to plant roots.
Water-based nutrient solution.
To calculate the nutrient concentration, use the formula. Concentration is equal to mass of nutrients divided by volume of water.
Good afternoon, sir. Organic farming. Organic farming is a method of growing crops and raising animals naturally without using synthetic chemicals like pesticides and fertilizers. Organic farmers regularly access soil using mathematical models to calculate soil organic matter content. SYM is equal.
Good afternoon, sir. Integrated farming. Integrated farming is an agriculture approach that combines various practices and enterprises such as crops, livestock, aquaculture, and agro-forestry.
Farmers can calculate the expected yields from crops and livestock to assess overall productivity.
Good afternoon, sir. Vertical farming. Vertical farming is a method of growing plants in a controlled environment, stacked vertically, which reduces the need of extensive soil. To calculate number of layers in vertical farming, start with the total height of structure and height allocated for each layer. For example, the total height is 2 meters and the each layer is 30 centimeters tall. We can use the formula number of layers equal to total height of solar farming. Solar farming often refers to solar agriculture or agriculture is a practice that combines solar energy generation with Here is rotation fruits and vegetables. Did you know that mice help me to plan my planting? I calculate how many seeds to plant in each row to make sure they have enough space to rise in the formula.
Hello everyone, I'm Tommy the Transport. I deliver food from farm to factories. I make sure I drive carefully so the food doesn't get damaged. I use maps to plan the best food.
Hello everyone, I am Wendy, the factory worker. I check each vegetable to make sure it's fresh and safe. We also weigh and pack them. For example, each packet contains 500.
Hello, I'm the retailer. I display the food nicely in my foods so customers can easily find what they need. I set the price and keep it organized. Today, all these vegetables are on sale for rupees 50 per packet. I also check the expiration dates to make sure everything on the shelves are safe to eat. Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Greenhouse. A greenhouse is a building with glass walls and glass windows to grow plants, tomatoes and tropical shrubs. In daytime, sunlight shines into greenhouse and warm the plants and air inside.
Now let's see how to calculate temperature inside a greenhouse. It depends on the heat coming and going out. And the equation is heat inside minus heat outside divided by heat capacity of the greenhouse. Where heat...
Thank you, sir.
Well done, sir. Very nice.
Thank you, sir.
Use many things in a table light, but fail to see and know what maths and science in it.
Today's future mathematician and scientist will give you an idea about it.
Our topic is maths and science in a table light.
Sir.
Lighting fixture. The moment the lighting fixture off and get by the luminous flux and illuminous is common like that. This is a degree fixture. Science behind lighting fixture. Lighting fixture designed to optimize lighting conditions in London Bulb. Light fully job for the Thank you. Max behind printer. The resolution of the printer measured in dpi determines the clarity and the detail of the printer image. Higher dpi value leads to finer detail and sharper image.
Good morning, sir. Now I'm going to talk about the role of intelligent printers. Computers plays a crucial role in the function of printers, particularly in two key areas.
Good morning, sir. I am going to talk about the extent of science in electrical rotational speed and frequency. Electric fluid by shuffling is a rotating or oscillating mechanism to clean data effectively. I am going to talk about the use of science in effective fluctuating removal. Electric fluid by spray and rotating or oscillating pressure that can reduce more choking performance compared to manual pressure.
Goodbye.
Good morning, sir. I'm going to talk about the usage of maths in air conditioner. The man behind air conditioning involves several key concepts, primarily focusing on thermodynamic, heat transfer, and fluid dynamics.
I'm going to talk about science behind air conditioner. Air conditioner operates on the principle of absorbing heat from the indoor air and releasing it outside. Thank you.
It works. Very nice.
Good afternoon, sir. The kettle operates based on the principles of heat transfer, specifically the conversion of electric kettle to thermal kettle.
Science began electric kettle. Electric kettle are crystals used in materials that have high thermal conductivity, such as stainless steel or aluminum. Good afternoon, sir. Today I'm going to talk about this is a massive weighing machine. Conventional weight to mass. Weighing machine typically measures the force by an object due to gravity. Good afternoon, sir. I'm going to talk about usage of science in weighing machine. Mechanical scale use levels and spring to indicate weight based on the balance of forces. Good morning, sir. I'm going to talk about the maths behind dishwasher. Conclusion related to this is goes to be in the way vacuum is the particular heat. Is the pressure dictated by the way is the cross-sectional area of the water. Good morning, sir. These central dishes come out, clean, silent, and dry. Good morning, sir. Maths behind tube-like. A particular question on its self-functioning of tube-like. First one, tube-like calculation. Another tube-like can be calculated from the tube-like. Good morning, sir. Tube-like is operating based on the principle of the gas mixture and electricity. Applied it is. Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, sir. I am going to talk about usage of maths in calculator. A calculator is well known for mathematical operation, mathematical operation, addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division calculator.
Interesting scientific idea.
Mathematical algorithms and calculators. Good morning, sir. I'm going to talk about the role of maths in refrigerator. The efficiency of a refrigerator is measured by its coefficient of performance COP. It is defined as the ratio of the heat removed from the refrigerator to work input required by the compressor. My sir, I'm going to talk about the role of science in refrigerator. Science behind refrigerator, the base of its thermodynamic in a particular refrigerator. Good afternoon, sir. My name is Scimathx. The steamer operates efficiently, conserves energy, and performs effectively for its intended function. Science behind iron steamers. Science plays a crucial role in the functioning of iron steamers, applying principles from several scientific Good afternoon, sir. Maths behind water purifier. Mathematics plays a crucial role in the design, operation, and efficiency of water purifier. The flow rates calculation. The flow rates is essential for determining how quickly water is purified. Good morning, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Primarily, the vacuum cleaner involves several important concept there are two key points. As flow and suction flow, the suction power of a vacuum cleaner can be determined by its absorption pressure and cubic feet per minute. I'm going to talk about the usage of vacuum cleaner. As and suction, as the picks up dirt and debris from surface and transports. I'm going to talk about the usage of vacuum cleaner. Capillary burn that can be calculated by capillary burn is equal to centimeter kg duration of
Science behind that treadmill. Exercise because the scientific information of body response to exercise. In fact, the development of treadmill features such as
Good afternoon, sir. I'm going to talk about max figure wash machine. The mathematical formula is used to calculate the capacity of washing machine cubic, volume cubic feet is per starch current to 5 minutes. The science behind the washing machine is the centimeter for the feet used to separate solid and liquid meter centimeter for the gas and the glass of the direct away from the technology. Good afternoon, sir. Max hand pump. Hydrostatic pressure depth effect. The water in the ground is subject to hydrostatic pressure. This pressure. Good morning, sir. Science in hand pump. When the pump handle is pulled, a low pressure area is created inside the pump. Good morning, sir. I know about using the Maximum phone. When you press the cell phone called phone must send the electronics its carrier. It is less version of which harmony is completely approved. The air transmitted phone.
Amendment with the phone formulas or there is a radio way using the electric signal. The radio signal traveling through the air to nearby cell. The word that our sense or voice to the person. Thank you.
Well said. Very nice. No, very rich.
Good morning, sir. Your Scimathx central model. This model is made of several things which are very basic and necessary that has been used in our day-to-day life. This robot is made and covered with clocks, serial light, batteries, pictures, phones, tissues, water cans, chip packets, and bill covers. Effective time management helps individual to achieve his or her goal. So, clock is the heart of our model. Clock is covered by serial light, which symbolizes the positiveness of one's life. Next thing is batteries and switches. Batteries is the personal power source commonly used in a white printer.
Great. Excellent. Well done. Very nice.
You may be lonely, but you are never alone because your friend is always with you. Shadow. Inside each of us is a second self, another being. The great Swiss psychiatrist Carl Jung named this hidden part of us the shadow. The shadow is an archetype, a universal motif, our image built into all human beings. They say, he who plants a tree plants a hope. This is the story of every tree. Right from planting them to watering and growing them, we live with them. As selfless as they are, they give us everything we need. They give us the basic necessities, the necessity of food, the necessity of shelter, and the necessity of leisure. Look at the small kid swinging on the hopes on the branches of the tree. Oh, see! The woodcutter is on his way to cut it down. Oh no! They come in search of the tree. Where is my food? Where is my shelter? Where is my leisure? All gone. So come, let's join hands and plant more trees. And let's say no to deforestation. Save trees, save life. Thank you.
Very nice. Strong message. Very nice. It looks simple, but it's a very inspirational message. Come.
Good morning. Good afternoon, sir. Food is not just a delight for our taste buds, but also fascinating intersection of maths and science. Welcome to our
Very
section.
nice. Yes. Give it a shot.
What has key content of a successfully frozen emulations of 5 basic components: ice crystals, fat, sweeteners, and other solids. Now let us learn about the shape and measurement of the products which is used in ice cream making. Shape. Scoop balls can be approximated as PS. Ice cream constant.
115.
The main ingredients of Nutella are sugar and palm greater than 50%. It also contains 13% of hazelnut, skimmed milk, cocoa solids in United States and United Kingdom. Nutella contains high product. Thank you. Next concept of Nutella. To calculate the sugar content as a percentage of the total weight, we use the following formula. Sugar content in grams per total weight in grams. Hi dear Nutella lovers, it's your favorite chocolate. Spread here. Thank you. Pani puri as it is not as a high content of sodium and salt. It is a chaat food item which involves usage of salt and chaat masala. Pani puri is a deep fried breaded hollow spherical cell about 1 inch in diameter. Thank you. Good evening, sir. Good afternoon. Biryani is mixed rice is mainly popular in South Asia. 1 kg biryani is for 8 people, perfect amount for 8 to 10 people. 1.5 or 2 kg chicken plus 1.5 kg rice should be
Now they are
enough.
making it kg.
Vanakkam Kambu Sadam Kamukul. Limit is a easy digestible and high nutrition cereal rich in vitamin and minerals. Make it good. Where is my radical cuts of soya plate?
No. Wednesday I am fasting. Good. Well made. Nice. Great.
And yes, I am. The first step in making kimchi is typically to wet the cabbage and coat it with salt. The salt draws out the liquid in the cabbage cell, causing the cabbage to lose its firmness. Let's see some calculation which is used in kimchi jar packing. Container volume is equals to pi into radius, square into height for cylindrical jars. Packing efficiency is equals
Wednesday
to...
fasting. Nice. Enough.
Well. Atisaram was sweet in Sri Lankan cuisine. It is a sweet cake of jaggery and rice flour, made into paste, flat into circle and fried. Chemical reaction in Atisaram. Per 100 gram calories, around 350 to 430 calories. Shelf life of Atisaram is 15 days. Alanima salad. Kunafa is equivalent to a sweetness attributed to the syrup that is poured over the dessert. Kunafa, popular Middle Eastern dish, involves mathematical consequence preparation. By understanding the math trend, Kunafa you create a delicious dessert that impress. Thank you.
You cut the leg. You start.
Incredible unit looking beverage. Bubble tea set Irish.